Okay, I don't know how much time I have on this thing, but I did clear some albums off so I can make some room. I just felt like making this video. I've been thinking about making videos for a while now. Just haven't really felt, I don't know. I guess it's like anything, getting started is the hardest part. It's like an exercise routine. I know it'll be good for me, but it's going to take some effort. And it's going to be uncomfortable at first, but I don't know. Today seemed like a good day to just finally start. I was at a funeral earlier today for not really a family member, but a family of family. It was my mom's brother-in-law's brother's son. And he was a guy I knew since I was a little kid. I haven't seen him in years, but I went to church with him. We shared the same uncle, some cousins. In fact, when one of our cousins got married out in Denver, Colorado back in the 90s, he and I sat on the flight out there. Our families traveled together, and he's a good dude. Left behind a wife and kids, a daughter who just graduated high school, and she's going off to college. Just real sad, and I guess no one really saw it coming. It took me by surprise, just knowing what I know about the guy. I guess he was trying to quit smoking and was on Chantix, and so that's kind of a controversial thing. I looked that up, and there's supposedly some suicide risks with that, but I mean, that's pharmaceuticals for you. Anyway, before I go off on a rabbit trail, all I'm really saying is today, there's something about funerals. I like going to funerals. They make you kind of reassess your life, reevaluate some things, think about what's important. And this is the third funeral I've been to for someone that I knew who died by their own hand, I guess. It's the best way to put it. I hate to say suicide. I think the jury's still out on suicide, as far as, I don't know, I guess I define suicide. But the way I put it is there's a difference between someone who jumps off a skyscraper because the stock market just crashed and someone who is maybe going through some emotional turmoil. Maybe some of that is induced by substances. Perhaps mental illness is a factor. I think a person who takes their life in that type of situation, if they're not thinking clearly. So to say that you killed yourself, I don't know, it's a vague term there. But anyway, going off on a rabbit trail again. So I'm at this funeral, and I'm just, as usual, reassessing my life. I've gone to funerals for people I didn't even know, and still got choked up, teary-eyed, because it's a serious thing, passing on from this realm into the next. And so there's something motivating about it too. And you just don't go about your day in the usual fashion when you've been to a funeral earlier in the morning. So I was out here just taking a walk in the woods behind my parents' house. It's a series of trails that my dad's made back here in the years since he retired. Well, him and my mom. But it's real pretty back here. I used to always like coming out here as a kid. Now what I really wanted to say is just, I got a lot in my head, so I'll probably be saying a lot from now on if I can keep this going. But I was just thinking about this whole, this animosity towards police that seems to be popular now. And I can remember a time in my life when I felt that way towards the cops. But what was interesting? I only ever felt that way towards the police. Well, I was young and rebellious. But the thing about back when I felt that way, that was all before I had ever got arrested. I'd, had many encounters with the police later on in life. By later on in life, I mean like late 20s, early 30s. And, getting arrested were some of the best things that ever happened to me. It sucked at the time, but, I was just talking with a friend just now over Instant Messenger, saying, she hates the sound of sirens because she knows it's something bad. And yeah, maybe it is, but it could turn out to be a good thing for that person. What I was saying to her is, I try to remember, if I hear sirens nowadays, I try to remember to throw out a little quick prayer, because I know that God can use that situation for good. it may be a bad situation in the moment, but it doesn't have to remain that way. And so it got me thinking about times when I had sirens blaring for me, ambulance on the way, police. There were many of those situations between the ages of about